Today, I'm doing a porgy catch and cook. Follow along to see how I turn this common fish into a delicious fish taco. Right here is the target species, the porgy, or also commonly known as a scup. Traditionally, people target these fish with bait, but I've found that soft plastics on Ned rigs work even better. On this dock that I'm fishing, the porgies like to feed tight to structure, picking on crabs and different shellfish off the dock. Therefore, I try to pitch my lure as close to structure as possible. This spot I've found is a real gem. Pretty much as soon as my lure hits the bottom, I give it 1 or 2 jigs, and in no time, I'm hooked up. Just like that, I'm hooked into a real decent porgy. On ultralight setups, these fish can be super fun. They'll even peel drag. In my opinion, these fish don't get enough credit. After a decent little fight, I pulled this fish up onto the dock, and as you can see, that Ned rig is pinned in the corner of his mouth perfectly. They are also really pretty fish, but this one was coming home with me for my fish tacos. I threw him in the cooler bag, then got back to fishing. In no time, I was hooked up again. Unfortunately, this time it wasn't the target species. This is a juvenile black sea bass. They're small, but they've got a big appetite. My Ned rig is almost the same size as him. Hopefully this guy grows up to be keeper size one day. I got back to fishing, hoping to get at least one more fish for the cooler. The way I like to fish the Ned rig is by pitching it super close to structure and just bouncing it up and down, hoping to get the fish's attention. After not too long, I hooked into another decent fish. A second porgy for the cooler bag. I pulled this fish up on the dock, and look at how he inhaled that Ned rig. Again, I just want to point out how fun these fish are on light tackle. I'm not a huge bait fisherman, so once I figured out I could catch them on artificial tackle, I began to love catching them. That last fish went in my cooler bag, and it was time to just play around with a couple more. I thought about keeping a third one, but I wasn't sure if it would be too much fish. I released this one to be caught another day, and then it was time to head home, clean, and cook the fish. I got these fish on my cutting board, and since I was making tacos, I had to fillet them. Most people choose to cook these fish whole because that way you waste a lot less meat. My girlfriend wanted fish tacos though, so I had no choice. I did get some pretty decent sized fillets off these. The next step was to cube up the fish. I really prefer cutting my fillets into cubes when making fish tacos. Not too sure why, I just like it better. Next, I hit them with a generous coating of blackened fish seasoning. The rest is very simple. Sprayed the pan with olive oil. I turned the stove to medium heat. And then I added all of the fish. Once these fish get in the pan, they're going to cook up really quick. Pretty much by the time I got them all in, it was time to start flipping the first ones. Now the fish was all done. While I was making the fish, my girlfriend made up a nice pico de gallo. I toasted up a tortilla, added some fish, added some pico, some avocado, and that's it. Kept it pretty simple. I'd give this meal a 10 out of 10. You could pretty much do this with any fish you catch. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to give me a follow and comment down below what fish I should catch and cook next.